Hello guys, in this video we are going to go over another ACL attack, and this one is going to be a GenericAll on group, and this one is basically going to lead us into another video in which we're going to be doing domain privilege escalation, and we are going to be able to escalate our privilege on this ACL that we're going to be looking at. And the first thing that I want to take a look is look for a GenericAll. And GenericAll basically means that you have all access to a group, and you can add and remove people from the members. So let's go ahead and, like always, let's go ahead and import not PowerCat. Sorry for that. I want to import PowerView. Awesome. Now from here, what I want to look for first is I want to look for let's see, I want to get the I don't want to do that. Let's see how I'm going to start with this one. So first, I want to take a look at a specific group that where we can do a privilege escalation, and that one is for the DNS admin. So let's go ahead and see who is get domain group. Actually, you should just put group member, same account, DNS admin. And it didn't pull anything. DNS admins, nothing still. Same account, get group number. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a get domain group, same account, DNS admin. So from here, you can see the name, you can see the object SID. That's the SID for the DNS admin. You can see that the description is they are DNS administrator group. So what I could do is I could, if you are a DNS admin, you could stop and start the DNS, and if you can stop and start the DNS, you can inject a DLL and basically escalate your privilege from there. So I want to know how I can escalate my privilege to be a DNS admin, and then inject a DLL so I can escalate my privilege from there. So you can see the distinguished name. You can see there's really like no member in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the ACLs and see if they have see if we can find any interesting ACLs in here. So the first thing that I want to do is like I said, take a look at that ACL for the DNS group. So let's go ahead and do a get object ACL, same account name. It's going to be DNS admins, and I want to resolve the group IDs. Okay, and then what I'm interested in is see who has the Active Directory rights for GenericAll. But before, let's just go ahead and do that. Run this command and see what we can find. You can see that there is a lot of stuff in here. So what I'm interested in is I want to see who has GenericAll access to it, meaning who has full access to this group. So what I want to do is I'm going to pipe, and I want to get this Active Directory rights. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a question mark. Actually, let's go ahead and clear this out so you guys can see it better. We're going to pipe it out. Question mark. We are going to put inside the curly brackets in here, and then we are going to put $_ underscore dat. And for that one, because I want to pull the Active Directory rights, and I want it to be a match to GenericAll, right? So let's put it here, GenericAll, just like we did before. So what is this going? This is going to do is it's going to look for all the object ACLs, so the ACLs for the group DNS admins. It's going to resolve the group IDs, but I also wanted to only display the ACLs in the DNS admins that match GenericAll. So here you can see all the people or the security identifier that have GenericAll access, and you can see GenericAll access is basically full access. You can see this a couple of them. So what I want to do is so I can do this experiment, we are going to go to the DC, and I'm going to add myself, not Power View, I'm going to add myself to have full access to it. So you can see what is the GenericAll as well. So you can see what you're basically looking for. So if you go to groups, you go to DNS admins, you go to properties, member of, not members, so this one doesn't have the security tab, so let's go ahead and go to view, advanced features. Okay, now we go back to groups, DNS admins, security, and here I'm going to add my account, student 1. So I'm going to add my account, and I'm going to give it full access. So full access is what gives an account GenericAll access, and I didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and go back, go to student. So now you can see there's only one, 2, 3, and 4 that have GenericAll access. Now let's go ahead and run it again and see if we find another one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we have another account. So let's go ahead, and what I want to do is, if one of those accounts is actually my account, right, that has GenericAll access. So the way that you do that, I always do a get domain user name, and I'm going to look for my student 1 account, because I want to get my student 1 account object SID, right? So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add basically another parameter in here, and my other parameter is that I want to do, and also I want to match the I want to match my SID ID. So what I'm going to say is that, and it's the security identifier for that one. So security identifier, see if I spell that right, security identifier, and I want it to match my security identifier, right? Let's see if that works. So let's see if my security identifier does matches this, and you can see it right here, security identifier GenericAll access. So what I did was I searched for the other ACLs in the DNS group, then I pipe it saying that I only want you to show me the Active Directory rights that matches GenericAll over here, and also I want you to match my security identifier to be this one right here, and you can see over here. So therefore you can see that I do have GenericAll access, and it's my account that has GenericAll access to this DNS admin. Awesome. So what can we do from here? Well, we can do a lot of stuff. For one, the one that I actually want to do is I want to add myself as a member to this DNS admin, right? Because I'm not a member of it, and I want to be a member because if I'm a member of the DNS admin, I'm going to be able to stop and start the DNS server from a DC or from a domain controller. And if I'm able to do that, I'm going to be able to inject a DLL which is going to give me a reverse shell, which we're going to do on the next video. So on this video, since I see that I have that generic account, I'm going to add myself. And the way that you do that, and this is a PowerShell command, add domain group member, right? And where do I want to add it? To the identity of DNS admins, right? I want to add a member to this group, and the member is, just specify with members, I want to be student 1, which is myself. This is the account that I'm using right now. Student 1. Enter. Awesome. So now if we do a get domain user name student 1, you're going to see that if you go to member of, you can see that I am part of the DNS admin. You can also take a look at the group. If you go to group and say same account name DNS admins, you're going to see in here that in the members of the DNS admins are student 1. Okay, so I am part now of the DNS admin, and therefore I'm going to be able to perform I'm going to be able to exploit the DNS on the DC or any other DC, and we are going to get basically a reverse shell, which is going to give us we're going to basically escalate our privilege. Okay, so see you on the next video.